I am Janpreet Kaur, Science teacher of Art and Progressive School. Dear student, in this video, we will learn some new words and the keywords of chapter number 13 to 16. So, let's start. So, dear students, these are some important keywords of chapter number 13, that is one with magnets. So, your first keyword is magnet. What is the magnet? It is a material that attracts magnetic materials. Okay, which attract the magnetic materials is known as a magnet. Now, what is a natural magnet? Magnetite is called a natural magnet. Okay, so what is a natural magnet? What is the meaning of a natural magnet? That is magnetite. Now, what is lodestone? So it was a stone used by the sailors in olden days to identify the directions when they were in sea. So this is a stone that was used by the sailors when they were in the sea, okay, to identify the direction. So this is a lodestone. Now let's see the other keywords. Now students, these are the keywords of chapter number 14, that is water. So your first keyword is clouds. What are the clouds? A cloud is a large collection of very tiny droplets of water. I have explained you that how cloud is formed. So when the water gets evaporated and they collect it together and it makes the cloud. So a cloud is a large collection of very tiny droplets of water. Students, please listen this carefully because you have to write all these terms in your fair notebook also. Okay. Now your the next keyword is hail. What are the hails? That is the pellets of frozen rain which falls in showers from clouds. So I have explained that when the precipitation takes place, so the rainfall takes place in the form of the water, because there are the three states of the water, that is the gaseous state, the liquid state and the solid state. So sometimes what happens when the climatic condition is cold, okay, that time the rainfall, okay, when precipitation is taking place, that it is in the frozen form. Okay, so that frozen rain is known as an hail. Okay, and that is the pellets of frozen rain which falls in showers from clouds. Okay, so this is a hail. Now next is water vapor. So you know that this is a first step of water cycle, that is evaporation of the water. Okay, so when the evaporation of the water is taking place, that is the water vapor is going up to the atmosphere. Okay, then water vapor is gaseous phase of water. So the first state of the water is the gaseous. Okay, so that is, what is the water vapor? That is, water vapor is gaseous phase of the water. Now the next term is, now what is drought? A drought is a period of time when an area or region experiences less rain. Okay, so it is a place where the rainfall takes place very less. Okay, then as a result the drought takes place. Okay, so at that area where the drought is takes place, so the farmers face many problems. Okay, then now what is the flood? Flood is an overflow of water on normally dry ground. So when there is a more rainfall, so what happened? The level of the water rises. As a result, then it spread to the cities. Okay, so as a result, the flood takes place. Now what is a rainwater harvesting? It is a very important practice. Okay, so collection and storage of rainwater. So the rainwater, when the rain is taking place at that time, we collect the rain water. Okay, so that is known as in rainwater harvesting. So at place where the whole year the rainfall takes place, that is the Mizoram and the Kerala. So this practice is they used to collect the rainwater harvesting, and they stored the rainwater in a tank. Okay, and it is also very important at the place where the rainfall takes place during the monsoon season only. So at there, for example, in the Delhi, okay, and there the rainfall takes place during the monsoon season only, that is for only 3 months. Okay, so at that place it is also very important we should follow this practice. We should collect the rainwater harvesting, so the rainwater, okay, so that we can come from the water problems. Okay, so these are the rainwater harvesting. Now the next is the groundwater. What are the groundwater? Water presents beneath Earth's surface. Okay, so the water which is beneath the Earth's surface is known as in groundwater. So the people they use this groundwater also. Okay, so how this groundwater can be brought into our use? That is by the tube wells. Okay, and the hand pumps are used to use this groundwater. Okay, now what is the snow? Comprises ice crystals. What is the snowfall? You say during the winter season, that the snowfall. Okay, so these are the ice crystals. Again, this is a precipitation process. Okay, now what is the condensation? Condensation, the process of conversion of vapor into liquid form of the water. So what is the vapor? Vapor is a gaseous state of the water. So here in the condensation, the gaseous state of the water, that is vapor, is converting into a liquid form or the liquid state of the water. Okay, so this conversion is known as a condensation. Now what is precipitation? The falling of water drops. Okay, when the clouds become heavy, then the precipitation takes place in the form of the rain, hail or the snow. So that is the falling of the water drop is known as a precipitation. Now what is transpiration? It is the loss of water from the leaves, okay, of plants in the form of vapor is known as a transpiration. So I explained you that every time the water is getting evaporated. So from the sea that the water is getting evaporated, it is known as an evaporation. And if the water gets evaporated from the plants of the leaves, okay, from the leaves of the plant, then it is known as a transpiration. Oh, okay. So if the water gets evaporate from the leaves of the plant, then it is known as a transpiration. Now what is dew? Many times, especially during winter nights, the air near the surface becomes quite cool. As a result, the water vapor gas condenses. Okay, so every time I have told that the evaporation is taking place. So during the night of the winter season, what happens when the water gets evaporated? So it gets condenses. Okay, it gets condensed. So as a result, it forms water droplets. Okay, as on the leaves of the plant you can see the small water droplets of white color there. Okay, on the top of the grass also. So that is known as a dew. Now the next is, now student, these are the keywords of chapter number 15. Okay, that is air around us. So your first keyword of chapter number 15 is atmosphere. What is atmosphere? It is the layer of the gases. So the layer of the gases is known as an atmosphere, and commonly it is known as air. Okay, so you know that air is a mixture of the different gases. So that is, first is the carbon dioxide. Okay, the percentage of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is 0.03%. Now it is a chemical compound. What is a carbon dioxide? It is a chemical compound composed of one carbon and two oxygen atoms. Okay, so carbon dioxide is made up of, it is composed of one carbon and two oxygen. How? See, one carbon, the chemical formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. So here one molecule of carbon is here and two molecules of oxygen are here. Okay, so it is the composed of one carbon and two oxygen atoms. Now the nitrogen, what is nitrogen? It is a colorless gas, okay, colorless and odorless, tasteless gas that is the most plentiful element in the atmosphere. Atmosphere, I told you that it is commonly known as air. So the composition of air, the nitrogen is also present, okay, it is a gas and it is also present in the air. So what is the percentage of the nitrogen? That is 78%. So it is a plentiful element which is present in the atmosphere. Okay, what is a nitrogen? It is a gas that is colorless. It don't have any color. It is odorless. इसमें कोई smell नहीं होती है. It is tasteless. There is no taste is there. Okay, and the gas that is the most plentiful element in the atmosphere. Okay, now the next one is, now what is oxygen? Oxygen is another gas which is present in air. So what is the percentage of the gas? That is 20.9%. Okay, now what is the oxygen? It is colorless, odorless and tasteless gas which is essential to living organisms. Okay, so we need oxygen, okay, to survive. So oxygen is very essential to living organisms. Now what is the windmill? It is a structure that converts wind power into the rotational energy, okay, by the means of vanes. Now here vanes. What are the vanes? The spelling of the vanes is VA and VS. What is it? The vanes are called as the blades. Blades of the windmill is known as a vanes here. So what is a windmill? It is a structure that converts wind power into rotational energy by means of vanes. Okay, now the next topic is the waste. Okay, students, these are the terms of the chapter number 16, that is garbage in and garbage out. So waste, unwanted or unusable materials, the materials which are not used, okay, so that are known as the waste. What is the garbage? The waste to be thrown out. So the waste product that we are throwing out is known as a garbage. What is the landfill? It is an open hole in the ground where garbage is buried. Okay, so that is, it is an open area and where pit is to be dig, or big pit is there and where the garbage is buried. So it is known as a landfill. What is compost? It is an organic matter. Okay, what is in compost? It is an organic matter that has been broken down into simpler organic or inorganic matter. Okay, so what is in compost? It is an organic matter that has been broken down into simpler organic or inorganic matter. Okay, So now what are the organic and inorganic matter? Now what is an organic matter? Student, organic and inorganic matter. These both are very important. Please listen it carefully. Okay, organic matter, the matter which comes from plants and animals and their waste products are known as organic matter. Okay, the organic matter are composed of carbon. Okay, so when it breaks up into a simpler form, then carbon is formed, then some nutrients, the proteins and the lipids. Okay, so when organic gets decomposed, okay, when it breaks down into the simpler form, then the carbon is formed. So these are the carbon based compounds. Now what are the inorganic matter? The matter which not derived from the living organisms are known as an organic matters. Example like the rocks, okay, the metals, these are the minerals, all these are the inorganic matter which are the natural form, okay, and these are not based on कार्बन्स. ओके, जब ये ब्रेक डाउन होते हैं तो कार्बन का फॉर्मेशन नहीं होता है. सो दीज आर द इनऑर्गेनिक मैटर. इन द ऑर्गेनिक मैटर दीज आर द कार्बन बेस्ड कंपाउंड एंड दीज आर नॉट द कार्बन बेस्ड कंपाउंड. ओके, सो दीज आर inorganic matters are those which are not living organisms, So rock, metals, the metals, so these are the non-living things. Okay, organic are the plants and animals and their waste products comes into the organic matter. Okay, now what is the vermicomposting? The use of earthworm to convert organic waste. Okay, here again the organic waste is coming. What are the organic waste? So I will explain you the plant and the animals and their waste products. And the vegetable peels, okay, the fruit peels, these comes in under the organic waste. Okay, and to convert this organic waste into the fertilizers by using earthworm is known as the vermicomposting. So students, I hope you understood the today's lecture. Okay, so you have to write all these terms in your notebook and you have to learn it also, as it is very important. Okay, now I am going to give you some questions related to the today's lecture. So please have a look and write the answers of all that questions in the comment box below. Okay, note it down, the questions which I am going to give you, that you have to write all the answers in the comment box below, and if you wish you can write in your notebook also. But all these terms that I have explained you today lecture, you have to write all that terms, all that keywords in your notebook and you have to learn it. Now in the next video we will discuss some the questions, okay, chapter wise. So till then, take care, stay safe and stay healthy.